movie stars. The Beverly Hillbillies.
Think you know everything about the Clampetts jalopy? Think again. That beat-up hauler rolling through the opening credits is hiding secrets even die-hard fans miss. We're counting down 10 shocking facts about the Beverly Hillbillies truck that'll make you see Jed's ride in a whole new light.
He was skulking around down by the slough. Figured he might be a revenue.
Number 10. It started as a roadster, not a truck. Wait, the Hillbilly truck was born a gentleman's car? The Clampetts rolling scrap heap began life as a 1921 Oldsmobile 43, a roadster powered by a modest 43-horsepower four-cylinder engine. That passenger car platform explains the odd proportions you see on screen, the narrow frame, and why it rides lower than a real farm pickup. Back in the roaring 20s, the 43A was Oldsmobile's entry-level offering. Affordable, mass-produced, and easy to modify once the original owners were done with it. By the time George Barris got his hands on one for the show, decades of rural repurposing had already given it that hauler vibe. So the truck's DNA was always split. City sophistication up front, backwoods grit in the bed. Makes you wonder what Granny would have said if she knew her perch once belonged to a dandified roadster owner.
You hear that, Granny? We're there. They call them hills?
Number 9. 5 trucks played one character. Hollywood magic meets assembly line logistics. Across 9 seasons, 5 customized Oldsmobiles shared the swamp rat role, with George Barris sourcing each truck to keep continuity tight on camera. Wear, tear, and shooting schedules demanded backup rigs. One hero truck for close-ups, others for wide shots, stunts, and insurance. Think of it like stunt doubles for humans, except these understudies had wooden spoke wheels and rusty fenders. Only the original truck survives today, which simplifies museum claims, but also means 4 siblings vanished into the ether of TV production. Where did they go? Scrapped, sold to collectors under false pretenses, or quietly rotting in a Burbank lot? The mystery adds a layer of intrigue every time you watch Jed crank that engine. Next time you binge the series, try spotting the slight differences between trucks. It's like a hillbilly version of the Mandela effect.
You'll forgive my stupid husband. Had a bad day yesterday with an axe and he got stoned last night.
Number 8. Barris found it behind a feed shop in Fontana. Every legend needs an origin story, and this one smells like hay. George Barris, the king of custom cars who later built the Batmobile, discovered the 1921 Oldsmobile behind a feed shop in Fontana, California, already missing its rear end and caked in decades of dust. Its battered half-truck silhouette screamed rural hauler without a single modification, making it the perfect foundation for Jed's ride, with minimal Hollywood trickery. Fontana in the early 60s was still a gritty blue-collar town, so stumbling on farm-repurposed jalopies wasn't unusual, but finding one camera-ready was pure luck. Barris recognized what producers needed before they did: authenticity you can't fake with a paint job. That feed shop discovery saved the show thousands in fabrication costs and gave audiences a truck that felt lived in from frame one. Sometimes the best props aren't built, they're rescued.
Shut up and act, Earth. That old geezer's worth $35 million.
What?
Number 7. Network executives hated it until the ratings arrived. CBS executives initially thought the Beverly Hillbillies was the worst idea they'd ever been pitched and reluctantly greenlit only a single pilot episode. Then the viewer testing cards came back with approval scores higher than any comedy they'd tested in years, leaving the suits completely stunned and scrambling to revise their dismissive opinions. That dramatic reversal became a legendary network suits versus actual audience story in television folklore. Ironclad proof that Manhattan gatekeepers don't always understand what middle America genuinely wants to watch.
Little rat called Sam the Collector. Oh, Jim could only stay away from the horses.
Number 6. Barris barely had to modify it. Here's the shocking part. George Barris, master fabricator, chrome wizard, mostly left the truck alone. He added a high rear bench platform so Granny and Ellie Mae could ride in back without breaking their necks. But otherwise, the vehicle already looked like the ideal hillbilly truck, so sweeping mechanical or cosmetic overhauls were unnecessary. No engine swap, no Hollywood paint distressing, no fake rust applied with a spray gun. What you see is what Barris found, give or take a bench. That economy of modification is why the truck's aesthetic feels so consistent across 9 seasons. It wasn't designed to look beat up. It was beat up. The authenticity saved the production budget and gave the Swamp Rat a visual credibility no amount of studio trickery could match. Compare that to other TV cars, Kit's talking dashboard, the Duke's welded doors, and you realize the Clampetts ride succeeds by doing less. Sometimes the best design choice is knowing when to step back and let history speak.
Come along and visit with the Clampett family.
Number 5. You can actually sit in the original. Most TV props live behind velvet ropes, but the Swamp Rat invites you in. Creator Paul Henning donated the original truck to the Ralph Foster Museum in Branson, Missouri, where it's typically displayed on the first floor near the entrance. And for a small fee, visitors can even sit in the iconic hauler. That tactile access is almost unheard of for a primetime artifact. Imagine climbing into the Batmobile or plopping down in Archie Bunker's chair. The museum experience turns nostalgia into physical memory, letting boomer fans recreate Granny's perch or grip Jed's wheel for a photo op their grandkids won't understand. It also speaks to the truck's role as a character rather than mere scenery. People want to inhabit it, not just admire it. If you're ever road tripping through the Ozarks, carve out an hour. Sitting in that bench will hit you harder than any museum placard. Just don't expect it to smell like Granny's possum stew.
He can't even remember the Johnsons. He keeps calling them the plaintiffs. There's 2 ways about it.
Number 4. Critics despised it. Viewers didn't care. While ordinary audiences enthusiastically made it the #1 show in the nation, major television critics viciously blasted the Beverly Hillbillies as distasteful and vulgar, dismissing it as irredeemable lowbrow trash unworthy of serious consideration. Despite that sustained critical drubbing from elite tastemakers, the series confidently ran 9 full seasons and produced 274 total episodes, definitively proving that genuine mass appeal can completely steamroll snobbish elite opinion, a cultural pattern still endlessly echoed in today's pop culture debates. The Clampetts beat-up truck became an inadvertent symbol of that profound class divide. Highbrow Manhattan tastemakers saw nothing but an embarrassing junk heap, but middle America saw honest reflections of themselves and their values. Turns out the people actually holding the television remotes get the final democratic vote every single time.
You look like you're counting hairs on a hog back. What you studying on?
Number 3. Wooden wheels and a dry clutch. Let's talk specs. Because the devil's in the drivetrain, period documentation for the 43A lists a single-disc dry clutch and wooden spoke wheels, with output creeping from around 30 to 44 brake horsepower, depending on the year. Those details decode the truck's sluggish, lumbering screen presence. 4-cylinder torque was fine for dirt roads in 1921, but by 1962, it made every on-camera roll feel like an uphill climb. Wooden spokes added authenticity, but also fragility. One pothole could crack a spoke, so stunt driving was out of the question. The dry clutch meant drivers had to feather engagement carefully, or risk stalling on set, turning every Swamp Rat scene into a minor mechanical ballet. They shaped how the truck moved through scenes. You can't rush a vehicle held together by wooden spokes and pre-war engineering. The truck set the tempo, and the Clampetts followed.
That preacher fella says they got smogs out there.
Number 2. The truck outlived the cast in popularity. After the series finale aired in 1971, something genuinely strange and unexpected happened in the show's cultural afterlife. The Clampett truck stubbornly remained one of the show's most instantly recognized pop culture icons, consistently outshining even the beloved actor's personal memorabilia in public recognition. At the Ralph Foster Museum in Branson, it definitively became the single most frequently photographed artifact on permanent display, steadily drawing devoted fans 5 full decades after the last episode originally aired on CBS, while individual cast members gradually faded from active public memory and popular consciousness. That beat-up Oldsmobile stayed powerfully immortal in the American imagination. Undeniable proof that sometimes the prop itself genuinely is the enduring star. The truck's sustained popularity didn't merely survive the show's cancellation. It absolutely conquered the test of time and generational change.
On the way. Bye, ma'am. Glad there was no harm done.
So am I.
Number 1. The Swamp Rat became a character trademark. The truck isn't transportation, it's identity. The Swamp Rat is one of the show's trademarks, right up there with Granny's shotgun. That elevation explains why fans argue provenance, why the Branson Museum draws pilgrims, and why some people claim that they have the truck, despite records confirming only the original survives. The Swamp Rat is American reinvention. Beat up, patched together, somehow still running. When the Clampetts rolled into Beverly Hills, the truck announced their values before they spoke. Bonus fact, only one truck survives. Some people around the country claim that they have the truck, but sources confirm only the original truck remains today, housed at Ralph Foster Museum. Those competing claims pop up at auctions and forums. Folks swear they've got Jed's ride. Yet if 5 trucks played the role and only one survives, 4 are gone. The imposters might be a Beverly Hillbillies truck, but not the Swamp Rat that Henning donated. Next time someone brags they own the real deal, ask for the donation receipt. 10 weird facts prove the Beverly Hillbillies truck is way more than a sight gag. From a Fontana feed shop to wooden spokes to 5 stand-ins, the Swamp Rat's story is American ingenuity and TV magic. Which fact blew your mind? Drop your answer below, hit like, and subscribe for more deep dives into childhood TV props. Keep your granny in the back. We'll see you down the road. Y'all come back now.